You're watching Local News 8 at 6. Local people, local news.
Why don't you feel safe anymore?
Because of the dog and stuff that happened that I went through.
A husky attacked a boy playing in his backyard in Idaho Falls.
Local News 8's Juliana Colina spoke to the little boy and his mom about a horrifying ordeal.
When I think of a dog bite, I think, okay, a dog bite, little scratch, but this was an attack. He attacked my son. He wanted to kill him.
Tina Calaruta's 6-year-old son was playing in their backyard when she heard him violently screaming for help.
He said, the dog bit me, and I was looking at the dog right there at the bottom of the stairs. He was still trying to come in and get my son.
Usually it was going around like this, and I was trying to head to the back door, but it wouldn't let me go.
The dog, an adult male husky, was an emotional support animal for their neighbor and was kept in the shared backyard of their duplex. Because of the dog's ESA role, Tina didn't think something like this would ever happen.
Support dogs don't attack people. I didn't think it was that bad, but I quickly took a towel and took him to the kitchen, and then I felt like a lot of blood going down my hand. And then I noticed the big gash on his head.
Being a nurse, Tina knew what immediate actions she needed to take and called 911.
You never think it's going to happen to your kid.
Ivan was rushed to the ER where he received 11 staples in his head. This experience has left Ivan and his mother traumatized.
Why don't you feel safe anymore?
Because of the dog and stuff that happened that I went through.
We're just traumatized.
The husky was taken by animal control, and his future is uncertain.
So in this particular case, the animal is at the shelter in quarantine right now, and that process is still ongoing, and so we don't have a determination at this time about what's going to happen with him.
Reporting in Idaho Falls, Juliana Colina.
This traumatic experience has left Tina and Ivan feeling so unsafe that they will be moving next week. Time now to check with First Alert Chief Meteorologist Michael Coates. We'll look at your weather, and boy, you earned your money today, Michael.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's been a pretty soaking day out there. I know it's hard to get work done outside when you have all these passing showers and thunderstorms. We also been just dealing with quite a bit of lightning also from some of these thunderstorms coming through Bingham County, especially earlier today. Still got some nasty weather looking to the north of Rexburg right now. Some thunderstorms coming off the Snake Highlands here, most of them moving into the southeasterly direction, so they're pushing more towards the east of Rexburg, but definitely looking at another storm band coming through here from the north, and we'll continue to see passing thunderstorms in and around the Snake River Plain here for the next couple of hours, and we're getting some snow into the higher elevations. In fact, this is what it looks like on the Teton Pass where it is snowing right now. Look at the snowflakes here live on the camera, Highway 22. Just starting to stick to the roadway surface a little bit there with some slushy conditions on the top of Teton Pass. Got some thunderstorms right now coming through the Ashton area and then over and through Alpine and Thane. We've been also seeing just a few spotty sprinkles into Jackson, and more active weather with thunderstorms in northern Utah tonight. We'll continue to see thunderstorms at least for the next few hours. Things will begin to calm down thunderstorm-wise as we head through your Wednesday and Thursday. However, more wind in the forecast as these storms roll out. Temperatures tonight in the upper 30s to low 40s. I'll join you in just a little bit and break down this turbulent weather in the 8-day forecast.
It's hard to understand why somebody would, because it's obvious what kind of trike it was. That it's hard to understand why somebody would do that.
A stolen tricycle has one family seeking some answers and a community looking for ways they can help. Local News 8's Max Cohen explains.
Do you need your bike? Do you need your trike back? Do you love your trike?
Avery Price is 14 years old.
Yeah.
She was born with encephaly and has never been able to walk on her own. 4 years ago, she received a specially made Riften adaptive tricycle donated by the Shriners Hospital in Utah.
And it's good to strengthen her back and her legs, and we were looking forward to getting on it and getting going on it, this summer.
Last Wednesday, the trike was brought to 925 Meadowbrook Lane in Pocatello, where Avery was staying with her grandmother and left in the front yard. But by that night, it was gone. The letter reported it stolen to the Pocatello police, but the department has had no luck locating it or anyone involved in its theft.
Our thefts rise when it's warmer. That's why we always encourage people to have their stuff locked up, put away. Don't leave keys in your car. Don't leave your car unlocked. Don't leave bikes in your yard because there's a good chance they could come up missing.
Anderson says bikes are pretty commonly stolen, but not so much tricycles, especially ones like Avery's, which are quite large and bulky.
I would just like to see it returned. I mean, if somebody knows where it is, put it just bring it back to the yard or put it in front of the police department or just drop it off somewhere. If somebody will see it and get it back to us.
Since the trike was reported missing, dozens have been looking to find a way to help, reaching out on Facebook and to Loretta directly.
The amount of responses is incredible in this community, and I appreciate that so much. We do. I am just overwhelmed with the response of people and the outpouring of concern, and it's hard to believe that nobody's seen it.
Loretta says they have a great support system of family and friends who will help them replace it if they need to, but they're still optimistic it will be found. Lieutenant Anderson says if there is somebody who is found with it, they can be charged with possession of stolen property, which may be a felony due to the value of the tricycle. Reporting in Pocatello, I'm Max Cohan.
Pocatello Police said it currently has no suspects, but if you have any information, please call your local police department.
So we actually load the tubes right onto the track system, and then those will go into the track and be picked up by the robotics.
The Idaho Falls Express Lab is excited to announce the completion of their automation project. This $1 million device is the only one of its kind in eastern Idaho. The easiest way to explain how the system works is that it's able to perform tube testing the same as a lab tech would do. The purpose of the machine is not to take away jobs, but just to help with increasing demand for faster lab work results.
The lab industry is suffering from actually an availability of lab techs, and so more and more it is becoming necessary to find ways to do things faster and more efficient, and so this is a way to help us to be able to grow without having to take on more personnel.
The new device has been in use for about a month, and they have noticed workflow increased by 30%. That's a big deal to the scientists at the lab because it allows them to concentrate on the result and send out lab work much faster. In your consumer report, we all know that you can train dogs to sit and roll over. You can even train dolphins to jump out of the water on command. But did you know you can train cows to walk over to a robot to get milked? Well, that's some of the latest robot technology in the dairy industry, and it's happening at dairies right here in Idaho. I visited the Hobbs Dairy Circle 7 Ranch in Franklin, where dairyman Troy Hobbs uses the robots. I saw the cows walk up right on their own, see that, to get milked. The idea is to create a stress-free environment for the cows.
And if she's thirsty, they'll get a drink. If she wants to eat, she'll come and eat. If she's ready to milk, she'll go ahead and walk to the robot. So she makes her own decisions instead of us as humans telling her what to do.
And in return, the cows produce a lot more milk. There are several other amazing ways robots are used at the Hobbs Dairy. We'll show you how that all works in my full report coming up tonight at 10.
A report shows how much money tourists spent in Wyoming. They spent more than $3.8 billion last year. That's an increase of nearly 7% from 2017. According to the report, Wyoming saw 8.9 million overnight visitors last year. That's a 2% increase from 2017. The leisure and hospitality industry directly supports more than 32,000 jobs in the state of Wyoming, making it the largest private sector employer in the state. And the spending by travelers generates about $196 million in local and state revenue every year. This report was done by Dean Runyon Associates. The company does research on the economical impact of the travel industry. This week is National Drinking Water Week. Professionals and communities nationwide recognize the importance of water and how to use it efficiently. Today, elementary students gathered at the Pocatello Water Department to learn about our water system. Several city departments explained how they keep our water clean and the rivers safe, one of them being the wastewater treatment plant, and they rarely get recognized there for the work that they do. I mean, they treat millions of gallons of sewage every single day, and the process is not easy.
The importance of knowing what you're putting down your drains, that what you're putting down your drains, someone somewhere has to take care of what you put down your drains. Whether that's a flushable wipe that's really not flushable, whether that's chemicals that you want to just dump down your drain, all of that needs to be taken care of by somebody before we put it back into the river.
On average, there are 7 million gallons of treated water that go into the Portneuf River every single day.
In your traffic alert, Idaho Transportation Department crews are removing asphalt and beginning earthwork for the Rose Road interchange on I-15. Traffic on Rose Road will be shifted onto a gravel surface. One lane of traffic will be open in each direction, and flaggers will direct traffic. The work will continue through Friday. It's part of the project to reconstruct the interchange at exit 98. The project should be finished later this year.
A high school senior is set to graduate, but she's also graduating from somewhere else. We'll explain what she did right after the break. The College of Eastern Idaho commencement ceremony is set for Thursday. The college will award 485 degrees. The ceremony starts at 7 p.m. at the Idaho Falls Civic Center for the Performing Arts.
And one local high school student will be the first dual credit graduate. She will graduate from Skyline and then graduate with a General Education Associate degree from CEI. Local News 8's Ariel Schroeder shows us how she pulled off this major accomplishment.
Meet Lindsay Gardels. If you think she's an average high schooler, well, that's because she is. But she also isn't. How many high schoolers can you say are graduating from college before high school? Well, Lindsay can.
This one's for my high school graduation, and this one is for the college graduation. It feels pretty great because it's something that no one else has done, and it just makes me feel like I can do anything, kind of.
Lindsay will be graduating from CEI this week and will graduate from Skyline at the end of May, and this wasn't intentional.
It was definitely a happy coincidence. I had never heard of it before, and my aunt told me about it, and I was like, well, let's try it. Yeah. See if it can be done.
Well, she did it, and her parents and teachers couldn't be more proud.
Lindsay is my very first that is actually graduating. I've had plenty of students that have done both, classes here at high school and at college, but she's the first to actually complete both. I'm just super proud of her, and I look forward to all she accomplishes in the future.
It's been pretty amazing, to be honest, to see her grow and develop differently than maybe some of the other kids do. It's been pretty wonderful seeing her grow.
Lindsay had to miss out on a lot of high school experiences to prep for her graduation, but says it was all worth it.
I didn't go to prom this year, but it was worth it to me because I get to walk this week for college, and I may have not been around the people who I would have gone with, but I met so many other great people.
Reporting in Idaho Falls, I'm Ariel Schroeder.
Lindsay's excited to graduate and plans to start her next semester at BYU Idaho. Her plan is to study accounting.
Well, let's take a look at the Idaho Falls Skycam. First Alert's Michael Coates in next with our forecast. We'll be right back.
Now, your First Alert weather.
Take a live look right now at the Pocatello Farm Bureau sky cam. We got mostly cloudy conditions overhead. A few spotty showers still with us here, and the showers continuing to plague especially the southern and southeastern highlands, with snow showers still falling up on Teton Pass. So the snow has actually stopped at the last check here, but look at the snow there on the sides of the roadway. In fact, still some snow on top of that car there. I've been watching for the past hour or so as it's been snowing pretty good here. We'll continue to see a little bit of some rain, snow, and a few thunderstorms with us tonight, but now we're on the tail end of this wet weather for this evening, and a few more thunderstorms will try to arrive here for tomorrow afternoon. A couple thundercells still with us, and just a lot of the energy's been lost here over the past hour. So now we're just still dealing with some light to moderate showers across Franklin and Bear Lake County, and then a few thunderstorms that have died down just outside of Rexburg and Ashton. Area of low pressure continuing to spin across central and southern Utah. This is going to spin up a little bit of moisture, but not as much tomorrow. In fact, the low is going to put a lot more moisture outside of our area, out towards eastern Wyoming. It's going to meet up though with a weak disturbance from the north, and that's going to kick up some wind. So we got a little guy here meeting up with its big brother, bringing in some gusty conditions here for the next couple of days. So here's what we're looking at wind-wise and shower-wise on the Vipercast. Tonight, those showers and thunderstorms coming to an end. We're going to wake up with a partly sunny sky here for your Wednesday morning. We'll see sunnier conditions for tomorrow with a few thunderstorms in the forecast, with a little bit of moisture tomorrow morning out through southwestern Wyoming. A couple thunderstorms coming through central Idaho and the Snake River Plain, but mostly into the southeastern and southern highlands here. A couple evening thunderstorms as well. Couldn't get into Pocatello and the lower Snake River Plain, but generally you'll see just a few spotty sprinkles here for Wednesday and Thursday afternoon. Here's my breakdown. Tonight through the next couple of days, we'll have a few scattered showers in the forecast, but you'll definitely see the wind picking up. Winds at 15 to 35, sunny and warm for Mother's Day weekend. Temperatures hitting 59 for Preston, 63 in Malad, and the mid-50s in Montpelier, with the mid-40s in Afton. Into the upper valley, we've got temperatures tonight into the mid-30s for St. Anthony and Rexburg, and Ashton at 36, with highs here in the upper 50s, just shy of 60 degrees for Rexburg, mid-50s for Driggs, lower 50s in Jackson, the lower 50s in Stanley, with the mid-60s in Chalice, and we'll have highs in the Snake River Plain peaking into the low to mid-60s with lows tonight 30s and 40s on the map. Here's your 8-day forecast, dropping temperatures to even some cooler conditions on Thursday, but definitely warming things up as we head into the weekend. Highs at 60 65 for Friday in Idaho Falls, 70 on Saturday, and the mid-70s to low 80s for Sunday and Monday. As we go to Pocatello, similar conditions here. Unsettled, lots of wind for tomorrow and Thursday. But we will pull in some somewhat drying conditions for Wednesday and Thursday. Not as many showers out there. So I have 60 for Thursday, 66 on Friday, and the low to mid-70s for this weekend. And as we go into Blackfoot, you'll definitely see again warming temperatures for the weekend with highs around 71 and 77 for your Saturday and Sunday. Next couple of days getting fairly windy out there with temperatures in the upper 50s to lower 60s. And you'll see that also in the Rexburg 8-day forecast with highs hanging out at 55 for Thursday, 68 on Saturday, and the mid to upper 70s for Sunday and Monday, with increasing temperatures there as we get into the beginning part of next week. As we go to central Idaho, highs hitting 65 for Wednesday with a fair amount of thunderstorm activity into the higher elevations for tomorrow afternoon, and numbers in the low 80s for Saturday and Sunday. Salmon and Chows really heating things up here for Mother's Day weekend, and thunderstorms coming back in on Monday. Jackson, thunderstorms, gusty winds for Wednesday and Thursday, mostly for the afternoon and evening hours. Highs will be hitting the upper 40s on Thursday, but we're pushing the upper 60s by Sunday. Carol and Jay.
Thank you, Michael. Get your calendars ready. The Big Sky announces the conference football schedules through 2023. Find out who's coming to Holt Arena next on Sports.
And now, Sportsline.
What will you be doing on, say, I don't know, October 28th, 2023? That's okay. I didn't really know what I was going to be doing either until today. The Big Sky Conference released the league football schedule through 2023. All 13 teams will play an 8-game conference schedule with 4 on the road and 4 at home. The Bengals will have 2 designated rivals that they will play every year, those being Weber State and Portland State. They will see every other Big Sky school at least twice over those 4 seasons. So here's a quick look at who will be coming to Holt Arena during this time. Sacramento State, UC Davis, Weber State, and Idaho is coming in 2020. Cal Poly, Montana, Portland State, and Southern Utah in 2021. Weber State, Montana State, Northern Arizona, and Eastern Washington in 2022. And finally, in 2023, it's going to be Sacramento State, Idaho, Northern Colorado, and Portland State for the Bengals' full conference schedule. You can check it out on our website, localnews8.com. Big Sky also handed out all conference honors in softball. Outfielder Emma Bordenkecker made all Big Sky first team. Pitcher Autumn Pease was on the second team. She was also named the co-freshman of the year, and second baseman Haley Harrison earned an honorable mention. The Big Sky tournament begins tomorrow. The second seed Bengals will have a first round bye. They will play the Montana Northern Colorado winner on Wednesday afternoon. Time to name our Sermon Service and Electric Athlete of the Week. This softball player helped her team win a berth in the state tournament, doing something that hadn't been done all season long in the process. The Pocatello Indians are heading to the 4A state tournament after upsetting Twin Falls on Monday. Prior to that, the Bruins, undefeated in conference play. The Indians also routed Burley in the first round of the tournament. Evans has been a big part of that run to state. She has pitched 2 complete game victories in the district tournament, giving up just 1 earned run and striking out 15 along the way. She's been a weapon at the plate as well, going 3 for 6 with 5 RBIs. Pocatello has a chance to win the district championship Friday at Jerome. Cool. So to honor Hannah and her accomplishments, our friends at Crown's Trophy will make a plaque similar to this one right here, and we'll send it on over to Pocatello High School.
It's great.
All right.
Good. Ooh, I can't wait. That schedule looks good.
Oh, yeah. I'm looking forward to it. We do not play Idaho at all in 2021.
So we got to get tickets because last time I waited too long.
Yes.
I almost came down and ran grip, just to be on the floor.
Really?
Because I
Find
thought,
a job. I'll
come on.
do whatever I have to get in.
Yeah. We're not going to sell out Holt Arena, and I think
And they
practically
did.
did. So
Almost did, yeah.
So I'm not
That's
missing
right.
this one. By golly, I'll be there. That'll be fun.
Boy,
So,
scheduling all the way out to 2023.
Yeah,
That's impressive.
so yeah, get your calendars out. If people do people still write stuff on calendars? I don't know. If you do,
yeah.
get your pen out.
Okay, I can
All
do
right.
that.
Thank you, Dylan. We'll be right back.
A Florida woman had something up her sleeve for a deputy, or should we say down her pants. 22-year-old, this guy and his passenger pulled over after running a stop sign. He told the deputy they were collecting frogs and snakes, but the deputy found a lot more than what he bargained for. Officials say 41 turtles were found in the woman's bag, and when asked if she had anything else, she pulled a gator from her pants.
I never seen anybody pull an alligator out their pants before. That's hilarious. And where did she get an alligator from?
I don't know, but who would be dumb enough to put a gator in your pants? But anyway, they were both cited for bag limit violation and possession of reptiles. Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission said they've been released.
You asked that question like you've never heard a story from Florida before.
There is that. There is that.
All you had to say was gator in the pants,
Gator.
and you knew it was Florida. You didn't have to put a locator on that. You didn't have to.
Keywords.
So instead they've been released, is that the people or the reptiles?
I'm hoping it's the reptiles.
Okay.
Reptile was released saying, finally, thank you.
Oh boy.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm so excited about this weekend's forecast.
Okay, so we are sitting with a few thunderstorms tonight and tomorrow. I'm not looking for a lot of rain here for Wednesday and Thursday. We just have a minor threat for thunderstorms. We're definitely picking up on the wind here for Wednesday and Thursday.
I'm gonna look past that.
Look past that. Mother's Day weekend, highs into the 70s and 80s.
It's not going to be great for my tennis game I had planned for tomorrow morning, huh?
No.
Not
Unless it's behind me. Boy, my shirt will really be.
Oh, there's that.
That's our report. Back at you.